Once upon a time, there was a king in Israel who became king at the age of 7. That's pretty crazy if you ask me. Well, it was because all of the males in his family had died. His father was killed, and all of his older brothers and sisters had been killed, and so he was the only one left. But luckily, he had a guardian over him, and his name was Jehoiada. Jehoiada was a priest, and he led Joash to the Lord, and also led Joash to make so many decisions that led the kingdom of Israel towards God. Israel experienced God's favor, blessings, and grace because of this man Jehoiada, who was steering Joash in the right path. Now, unfortunately, all people must die, and Jehoiada passed away. Now, Joash no longer had this godly covering and guidance over him, and officials came to him asking the king Joash to listen to them. Joash began to listen to the advice, and these men led Joash away from the Lord. Now, they led him into idol worship. They led him into behaviors and habits and led him to make so many decisions that took him and the nation of Israel away from God. Israel began to suffer the consequences of abandoning the Lord. Now, why am I telling you this story today? Because this story begs us to ask this question: is my father's God my God? When my fathers, when my parents, when my guardians, when my mentors are no longer around, will I still follow Jesus? Or will Jesus become a thing of the past? When I have independence and I'm not being woken up on a Sunday morning to dress up and go to church, will I still pursue God? Will I still pursue God when I'm not being hounded to read my Bible? Yes, whenever these guardians are not around, it feels like you have a new level of freedom. You can make your decision, but choose wisely. Choose to serve Jesus. You cannot be in the middle. You cannot be in between Jesus or the world. You have to be for one or the other. Because on Judgment Day, when we are standing before God, there will be no in-betweens. God will separate the sheep from the goats. So you have to determine today, am I a person who is going to follow the ways of the Lord unconditionally, or am I going to be in the world? Yes, the world may look so glamorous. It may look so beautiful, so attractive, so pleasurable, but at the end of it all is death. At the end of it all is emptiness, is a lack of fulfillment. Choose Jesus today while there is still time. It is your decision today that determines your tomorrow, that determines the brightness of your destiny and your future. Choose Him while there is still time, because Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. He is the only way to enjoy life. And with Him, you can live your best life now and forever.